All right, everybody. Obviously, we do have a police chase going on here in the L.A. County area. We're going to continue to follow this here live for you right here on News Now, part of Fox10Phoenix.com. We do appreciate everyone joining us here. You are watching worldwide here on News Now, part of Fox10Phoenix.com. Viewer discretion is always heavily advised here. As you can see, this is Friday rush hour traffic chase going on right now. It's kind of amazing at this point that the roads are so open for this individual, this suspect here. We'll continue to follow it here, give you play-by-play. This is the westbound 210 in Pasadena, California, everybody.
It'll be very difficult to get those spikes.
Stations out on live channel 1. We have a police chase in somewhere in the Los Angeles area. I'll try and get you a better location. Source is KTP.
Just a reminder, everyone, to stay focused here as we continue to following this for you. Live right now, Pasadena, California Police Chase. I am the voice of Police Chase. And folks, we're just continuing to follow this here for you. The whole newsroom is really into this right now as we continue to watch here. This is our third police chase of the week, everyone. We did have a local one earlier in the week, and then we had one, a very quick one, in Southern California. Now we have this third one of the week. Thank you for joining us here on News Now. You just never know when breaking news will occur, and that's why we have you covered right here on News Now. So we're going to see what this suspect is wanted for. Obviously, the suspect always wants to try to really extend their last moments of freedom. We see this so many times. And we'll see just how this is all going to end. Hopefully it's going to end great for the police with no injuries and no injuries to any of the, just the people out on the roadways trying to get by on their Friday evening here, coming up on 4 o'clock there in L.A. Now we're going to see what happens when we get some traffic in the area, just how the police are going to proceed, how the suspect is going to go. He's going to go zigzagging. Right now we haven't seen him too erratic. That's good, but we'll see what happens if there's more traffic in the area. He might have to be going in and out in lanes, zipping in and out. We're going to see that here just in a moment here, folks. All right, now you're seeing the traffic is now starting to bottle up here. We are seeing the traffic started to bottle up there. You saw the great shot there by Sky Fox showing us what's ahead. And this suspect is going to have some decisions to make. Hopefully he just stops and stops this madness here before somebody gets hurt or killed. We're going to continue to follow this here for you. Right now on News Now, Pilar Arias coming up to give you a little play-by-play as hopefully this is going to be a safe ending for everybody.
All right, everybody, good afternoon, and thanks so much for watching News Now, which is a part of Fox10Phoenix.com. My name is Pilar Arias, taking over from Mike Page. This was his second chase of the day. I brought you the replay of the first, and now we are live again. This is in Pasadena, California. At last check, this driver in that white, what appears to be Lexus, that hasn't been confirmed, but they were headed west on the 210. And for a bit there, we were kind of surprised that there wasn't more traffic, especially on a Friday afternoon. A lot of people probably already starting their weekend out there. This officer has been very, very close on this person's tail. Friendly reminder, viewer discretion is advised, especially when the drivers of these vehicles involved in the chase pull over. We never really can know what can happen, so we just like to warn you all because nobody wants to watch any violence. Sky Fox flying above, zooming in, trying to get a closer look at that driver, but with the tint so dark, it's kind of hard, and they're adjusting their lens as well.
This is a off-duty officer's vehicle that was stolen.
We are getting reports right now that this could be an off-duty officer's vehicle that was stolen. Again, there's reports of it. It's unconfirmed at this time. There are several Twitter accounts that normally follow police chases in the LA area very closely. You can get a lot of details from those Twitter accounts. Social media, of course, these days is the way a lot of people gets their news and information, but we are watching live, sticking with you here, and I don't believe there's any commentary because in the afternoons it is one of those shared chopper helicopter situations where a couple different stations actually share the same helicopter. So we're going to continue to watch here from above, fly very closely. You see two officers on this person's tail. Again, we are hearing that it could have been an undercover officer's vehicle that was stolen. Sorry, correction, off-duty police officer's vehicle that may have been stolen. Off-duty. All right, speaking of those Twitter accounts I was just talking about, we are hearing the pursuit suspect is driving a stolen Lexus belonging to a law enforcement officer. Don't know if that means off-duty, undercover, not quite sure, but
definitely off-duty.
Pursuit suspect is driving a stolen Lexus belonging to a law enforcement officer. We're watching it all unfold live here on News Now, which is part of Fox10Phoenix.com. Friendly reminder for the viewer, discretion advised, because in these situations you never know exactly what can happen, if the suspect is armed or not. And anytime guns get drawn, it could be a very, very risky situation. So we're going to continue to watch, follow along, and hope that this ends well for both the suspect and police officers involved, as well as all civilians. You guys may remember that police chase here in Arizona where a wreck ended it all, injuring several people, and fortunately nobody died in that wreck. But, you know, those driving nearby this suspect as well, their safety is at risk. While we keep watching here from above, I'm going to head to Fox LA's Twitter page. They're saying live chase of white Lexus continues on westbound 210 freeway. Waiting to see if we have some more information, but 13 minutes ago they tweeted, "Watch live pursuit underway on westbound 210 freeway," and it appears that's about the time it started, or at least they got word of it and got above. This is all happening in Pasadena, California, picking up speeds. We've seen the helicopter before where they can actually show you which direction and how fast the suspects are driving. That is not the case this time around. Sometimes you can even see the surface roads as well, radar. It's really pretty cool, quite honestly. But it does appear that 2 officers are following the suspect very, very closely. Definitely picking up unsafe speeds here, everybody. Again, this is the 210 freeway in Pasadena, California. He's taking off.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Putting his safety, officer's safety, the safety of all those driving around him. And I just couldn't imagine being one of those drivers and seeing this guy just pass on by. Not just that, in the carpool lane as well. Wow. California is 1 hour behind us right now, which means it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sky Fox appears to have cut out. We're hoping the live picture comes back here any second, and just as quickly as I mentioned it, there it is, switching lanes, picking up speeds, and driving in between lanes there for a bit. Come on, Sky Fox, we're watching. Don't let us down. There we go. And pretty close to that freeway exit there, everybody. Straddling lanes again. Passing vehicles left and right, no big deal. Again, viewer discretion is advised. Looks like traffic-wise, it opened up for this suspect for a bit, and now it's getting right back in the thick of it. Sky Fox even appears to be having a hard time sticking with this suspect in this stolen Lexus. And taking curves very quickly as well. You saw somebody there trying to merge, and they're like, I'm staying out of that person's way. And it appears to be a 4-lane plus carpool. Ooh, no! In between the vehicles, everybody. In between, in between. I took down that lower third so we can see. Squoze right through there. And heading to the right. Far right. Could be getting off here any moment, perhaps. Zipping past all vehicles. Currently have 531 of you watching on our YouTube stream, and headed back over to the left lane and sandwiched in between vehicles there. Ooh, cop still on his tail, and just in the carpool lane, squoze by, and who knows what we're gonna see here. You heard Mike say it earlier, they always tend to do their best to enjoy their last moments of freedom, but we really hope that everybody ends up safe here, and definitely zooming past vehicles, swerving in between the lanes. Ooh, far, almost right, and this suspect really looks like they believe they're gonna get away here. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, right past a possible truck carrying gasoline, and wow, wow, cruising. Anybody have any guess as to how fast the suspect could be going? Friendly reminder, viewer discretion is advised. And to the right, see if they're gonna swoop to the left again. This is one of the fastest speed chases we've seen in a while. Sky Fox doing their best to keep up with this suspect in this white stolen Lexus. At least that's what reports are saying anyway. And cop's still on his tail, pretty close by, matter of fact. And whoever's behind this wheel certainly thinks they're gonna shake him. Ooh, close, lower third away, okay. That was close to a wreck, everybody. Let's see, are the officers going to be able to pull off a pit maneuver here? Oh no, tons of traffic. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa, that car's like, I don't want anything to have to do with this. Cruising in the carpool lane again. Slowing down for sure, hitting some traffic. And that car's like, okay, I'm gonna get over too. I don't want to deal with this either. Officer right on his tail. Pit maneuver likely about to happen. Right. Oh, oh. Oh, definitely in the thick of the traffic now. Traffic's at a crawl there. Probably can't keep up those speeds for much longer. Right past the school bus. We are hoping for the best, everybody, for, you know, we might want to get this suspect in custody, but we don't want to see him or her get hurt. Don't want to see any officers get hurt. Don't want to see any innocent bystanders get hurt. We just want this chase to come to an end. Second chase in Los Angeles area for the day. This is Pasadena. Last check, westbound on the 210 freeway for those familiar with the area. Still going pretty fast considering the traffic conditions. You're seeing a lot of brake lights. And this officer is very, very persistent. They're just not giving up. And let's see here. You got to think at least there's probably at least one, if not several, undercover officers. Ooh, slowing down for sure. Ooh. Oh, two officers right on his or her tail. Very close here, everybody. Again, reports say this pursuit suspect is driving a stolen Lexus belonging to a law enforcement officer. Are they getting off the freeway? It appears that way, either that or getting on another freeway. Oh, man. Officers right on his or her tail. Again, it's unclear at this point if the suspect has a weapon, if the vehicle could have possibly had one inside already that the suspect may or may not know about. And this officer that's been on his tail the whole time, doing the best they can to keep themselves and the public safe. Viewership has grown, of course. We now have nearly 700 of you watching on the YouTube stream. My name is Pilar Arias. Thanks so much for being with us. Again, when daylight savings time ended, it put California 1 hour behind us. Westbound 131 freeway at Hollywood, everybody. Friendly reminder, viewer discretion is advised. Going past several school buses. Oh no, Sky Fox, don't let us down, don't let us down. Come back, live picture. All right, here we go. This driver spent a lot of time in the carpool lane, picking up speeds yet again, unsafe speeds for sure, zooming past other people on the freeway. Westbound 134 freeway. You know, when you're going west, the freeway is going to end eventually because you're going to get to an ocean or something, right? Up here, maybe. And just zipping past everybody. Wow. It's amazing that we haven't seen a wreck yet, right? So much traffic in the area. Straddling lanes, going left to right. Carpool mostly, though. 742 of you watching now. Please do us a huge favor. Click share so your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, all of us can watch this unfold live together. The second chase in the Los Angeles area today. Now hearing westbound 134 at Oxnard. Westbound 134 at Oxnard Boulevard. Last check, picking up speeds yet again, folks. Very unsafe here, putting his or her own life in danger. All those people driving nearby, the officers, ooh, stuck in the middle here. Yeah, traffic, not gonna let this driver through. And what's gonna happen here? Oh, cops on the tail. Looks like a pit maneuver could be coming any second, folks. Here we go. This officer has been on this suspect's tail the entire chase, which has been going on now. Let me check Fox 11 Los Angeles' Twitter page here. For more than 15 minutes, I know that. We're probably coming up on the 20-minute mark. Looks like 23 minutes ago was when our sister station, Fox 11 Los Angeles, first tweeted that this was happening. Started on the westbound 210. And that driver in the carpool lane's like, sorry, bud, I'm not going to let you through. I'm not getting over. A lot of people tweeting about this chase, everybody. Yeah, look, that driver in a truck, which appears, could be a Raptor perhaps, is like, I'm not letting you through, buddy. And we have 809 of you watching on YouTube now. And maybe this Raptor finally got the message. And it's like, I'm going to speed up and get out of the way here. Okay. Does that window look cracked to you all or no? I think everybody's trying to get a close look at the suspect. Perhaps not, though. That tint is extremely dark on that vehicle. We are getting reports of speeds of up to 104 miles per hour there in the North Hollywood area. Welcome to all the viewers who just hopped in here. We've been following this chase for about 25 minutes. North Hollywood. That officer for sure has been on this suspect's tail pretty much the entire time. There's also a second officer trailing behind that officer. So 2 officers in SUVs very close to this suspect in what is a reported stolen Lexus belonging to a law enforcement officer. 414 here in Phoenix, Arizona. 314 in the North Hollywood area. Like I said, you keep going west on freeways out that way, you're going to hit an ocean eventually. This is what we do here on News Now. Anytime we get a police chase, we bring it to you live. We stream Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Arizona time. I do have to say viewer discretion is advised here, especially when and if weapons become involved, whether officers pull them out or the suspect or both. We are now hearing that this is northbound 170 at Roscoe, for those familiar with the area. And, ooh, what's going on here? Stopping, slowing down. Officers to the right. Oh, I thought the officer was in an SUV, but it doesn't appear to be an SUV at all. And nope. And ooh, skirting to the right. Please like, share, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Join us again. We now have 900 watching on the YouTube stream. I'm not quite sure if we're on the Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live. Let me check right now. I know for sure that this is live out there, but I believe another one of our sister stations did what's called a cross post. Yeah, Fox 11 Los Angeles saying suspect is in a car reportedly stolen from LA County Sheriff's deputies. I believe their Facebook page might be providing more insight, everybody. I'm going to see what I can do for you.
Car. There's all types of possibilities, but those officers have to be aware, and I'm sure they are aware, that there's a possible gun. Reported there's a weapon inside the car, and as we see from the LA County Sheriff's Deputy, stolen out of the Temple Station, and we don't know the circumstances for that, but that just accelerates the problem for the officers from the California Patrol. You got a stolen car, you got someone in the car, and there's a possible weapon in the car, so it really intensifies the car. There's all types of possibilities.
The other question is how many people are in the car, right? Because
with those dark windows, you don't know. You have no idea. Exactly.
I mean, those are tinted windows, and it looks like as tinted as they come. So you cannot get any look, because we've gotten a close up as close as we possibly can from the chopper here, and you can't even get a glimpse of what's going on inside. And so now he is just picking up speed here in the #1 lane, the carpool lane, zooming by, again, reaching excessive speeds. At one point, in case you're just joining us, this is the northbound 5 vehicle being pursued by CHP officers, a stolen vehicle out of the Monterey Park area. This is reportedly an off-duty officer's vehicle with a gun inside, and at one point reaching speeds of 120 miles per hour.
When I was monitoring that, when he was clocked at over 120 miles per hour, he just looked up. He had a clear stretch on the freeway, and he just looked like the rocket ship. And as he enters traffic, he will slow down and negotiate lane changes. He'll do whatever he can to get by. And those officers behind him are keeping up with him. And obviously, we've got law enforcement helicopters, media helicopters overhead. But this man is driving in a very, very careless manner, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did collide eventually with the manner in which he's driving the vehicle on the roadway at this particular day and time. Again, we're at 317. A lot of people getting off of work. Those freeways will get jammed, but he's finding every single option he can to make the lane change. Now he's in the carpool lane once again.
Right.
We see that CHP officer right behind him with additional units behind that lead CHP officer.
Approaching the 118, still northbound 5 right now, and it looks like, again, Dennis, keep in mind our feed is just a couple of seconds ahead of yours, so he's now in the #1 lane. He's definitely slowed down a little bit. We're on a really tight shot here. CHP is now approaching him on the left to do he just did. He just did a pit maneuver. He just managed a pit maneuver. It's now been just perpendicular here. This pursuit has come to a stop. Now the question is, the officers have pulled their guns out. Dennis, you're going to see here this in just a moment. This is where it gets extremely intense, because you don't know if they're going to obey the officers and do as they're told. It does look like the suspect is showing his hands outside of his window. They have a canine there as well.
Very seldom will you see the pit maneuver on a freeway. In that particular case, there was that open area, and that officer did a very effective pit maneuver. We do have the canine from the law enforcement, CHP canines with him. We've got CHP, at least 3 units there. He is blocked in. It looks like he may surrender. The hands are out the window, but that pit maneuver was done perfectly. And again, you very seldom do you see a pit maneuver on a freeway. This particular case, it worked. Car is now stopped. The car will be surrounded by officers, and hopefully he'll exit the car and be taken into custody and put this as a code 4.
Right.
But the freeway's now shut down. It'll be shut down until they get this matter cleared.
So this is northbound. This is still the northbound 5 near the 118.
Right.
And you're right. And then now, of course, this has completely stopped traffic northbound 5 as officers confront this suspect who is now showing at least one of his hands. It's hard to see. So the question is, will he fully cooperate with officers? And now we're being told that the stolen vehicle is not an LA County Department vehicle. That is new information into our newsroom.
We understand it was an off-duty deputy sheriff's vehicle, not a county vehicle, but a personal vehicle.
The suspect is now coming out. The door is open. The suspect is coming out. Looks like a young man here. He's got both of his hands up. He's turning his back, and that's what officers expect of you. That's what they'll tell you to do. Hands up, turn around, and he's put his hoodie on.
He looks like a young individual. He's got his hands taken into custody. Hopefully they have the canine there. There we go, the hood's up.
He's turning around. He's walking backward, as you're supposed to do, toward officers.
They should get him on the ground in a minute.
They're getting him on the ground right now. He's there on his knees.
But
and that canine is
that dog is hungry.
Yes. Now he's lying down. Yep, he spreads them.
Now they won't send the canine in as long as he's cooperating. That canine will remain with the trainer. He will not attack that individual unless they're provoked. So
So we
He's got himself down.
So just to clarify, as the suspect is moments away rather, of being officially cuffed and taken into custody, Dennis, we are getting confirmation that this was a Port police officer's personal vehicle that was stolen,
right.
This white Lexus.
Port police.
Port police officer, yes.
Right.
So now they're bringing the canine up to the car, inspect the car, and that's the other thing is, as we were talking about, is there another person, another suspect in the vehicle? And it doesn't. We have an officer on the passenger side with his gun drawn as he's assessing the situation.
There we go.
The suspect's still on the ground.
The canine's going to check the car. It's good there's no one in the car, because that canine would definitely not be a welcome addition. But it looks like the car is empty, but they will make sure it is empty. As you see,
they'll have to pop the trunk as well.
Surrounded by CHP officers. CHP has this entire area covered. There's a motorcycle CHP officer in addition to the officers in the vehicle, so they have it well covered. One individual, he's into custody now. And it looks like it's just going to be the one occupant who stole the car, and it comes to a peaceful ending, and soon they'll get the freeway back in operation. And
now they are officially cuffing this guy. So it does look like the vehicle will be cleared. They're going to check the trunk here. They are putting the handcuffs on the suspect who led Monterey Park Police initially, and then CHP on just this wild pursuit that spanned several freeways and ended up eventually northbound 5 right near the 118. This has traffic stop northbound 5, so there's no question that backup is already extending for miles, as this is going to take definitely a few more minutes to clear the scene here, because they haven't even gotten this guy into the CHP vehicle at this point.
Well, once they get him into custody, then they'll get that car turned around. That car will be towed away. But once they get the lane open up, then that backlog will clear the freeway. But again, a tremendous job by the California Patrol. Compliments to them, and the pit maneuver, which again, very seldom you see a pit maneuver on the freeway. That CHP officer did it appropriately at the right time. No one impacted other than the vehicle. Came to a stop, successful arrest by the California Patrol. You notice there's no other agencies there. The only one involved in this was the CHP as far as the pursuit went. So as we see the traffic, it's going to be stopped for a while, but the fact is no one injured, suspect taken into custody, so it's a nice ending to a pursuit here in the Los Angeles region. So as we call it in the police terminology, a code for suspect in custody,
right,
and then we can resume back.
All right, Dennis Zine, police specialist, we always appreciate your commentary and helping us out.
My pleasure.
We will be in touch. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And so here we have the end of a police pursuit that spanned, as I said, several highways and freeways here, ending northbound 5 right near the 118. It does have traffic currently stopped northbound 5, but it looks like officers will have those lanes opening shortly as they get a handle on the suspect's vehicle here. Suspect taken into custody. We will have a full wrap-up of this tonight at 5 o'clock on the Fox 11 News at 5 p.m. with Dan and Christine. Until then, we will return you to regularly scheduled programming. I'm Marla Tejas. Thanks for being with us.